Welcome to episode 62 of 100 Days of Data. I'm Jonas, an AI professor, here to explore the foundations of data and AI with you.
And I, Amy, an AI consultant, excited to bring these concepts to life with stories and practical insights. Glad you're joining us.
Python is often called the language of data science. It's everywhere, powering the way we analyze data today.
That's right. If you've never written a line of code, Python might still be the secret weapon helping businesses turn piles of data into real decisions. Let's dive in.
To start, Python is a programming language, but unlike older languages designed for hardware control, Python was built for readability and ease. Guido van Rossum created it in the late 1980s with the idea that code should be clear and straightforward.
Makes sense. I've seen plenty of companies get stuck using complex or legacy coding tools that slow them down. Python's simplicity means it's easier for teams, not just specialized programmers, to understand and tweak scripts. That speed matters in business.
Exactly. Python has a very clean syntax, meaning how code looks on the screen, so it reads almost like English. This lowers the barrier to starting programming, especially for people who don't come from computer science backgrounds.
I've worked with clients in retail who've adopted Python for just that reason. Their marketing analysts can write or adjust Python scripts themselves to pull customer data and spot trends without waiting weeks for IT.
At its core, Python is not just about coding, it's about problem solving. When it comes to data, Python provides tools called libraries. These are pre-built packages that handle everything from crunching numbers to visualizing charts.
Those libraries are magic in practice. For example, Pandas helps organize data in tables, NumPy speeds up numeric calculations, and Matplotlib creates charts to tell the story visually. I've seen analysts use these tools to quickly prototype ideas, then hand off to data scientists if needed.
That's a good point. Libraries make Python flexible. It's a general-purpose language, but becomes a powerful data analysis tool because of them. You can clean data, run statistical tests, build machine learning models, all within the same script.
In automotive, I've watched engineers collect sensor data from vehicles and use Python scripts to isolate faults or predict maintenance needs. They don't have to build everything from scratch. These libraries speed everything up.
Another factor in Python's popularity is the open source community. Thousands of programmers worldwide contribute to improving these tools for free. The ecosystem grows rapidly because people share their work.
From a business perspective, that's huge. Instead of paying for expensive proprietary software licenses, companies can tap into this community-driven tech with few upfront costs. A startup I worked with scaled their data workflow in months, thanks to Python's ecosystem.
There is a historical angle, too. Before Python, languages like R and MATLAB dominated data analysis, but Python's versatility made it appeal to a broader crowd, including software engineers and AI researchers.
I've seen that crossover in finance, where data scientists and software folks collaborate closely on trading algorithms or risk models. Python bridges their worlds. Also, the rise of machine learning frameworks like TensorFlow and PyTorch, both Python-based, only fuel this trend.
Right. To clarify, coding in Python usually involves writing scripts, sequences of instructions the computer executes. For data work, scripts might load a dataset, clean it, analyze it, and output results.
I remember a healthcare client who used Python scripts to automate patient data extraction and risk scoring. Before, they did this manually, which was error-prone and time-consuming. Once they embraced Python, the process sped up and became much more reliable.
That's a perfect example of transforming business through automation. And because Python code is readable, this automation can be maintained and improved by team members who aren't expert developers.
True, but I'll add a caution. I've also seen organizations try to adopt Python without investing in skills training. They write spaghetti code, messy scripts that become hard to debug and maintain. It's why pairing Python adoption with best practices matters.
Absolutely. Good coding habits and clear documentation are crucial. It's a common misconception that Python's simplicity means anyone can jump in without learning fundamentals.
On the flip side, because Python is so intuitive, many companies use it as a learning bridge. Business analysts or project managers can start understanding the data and tools better by trying simple Python snippets. It fosters a more data-literate culture.
Let's touch on Python versus others briefly, since our next episode focuses on R. While Python is general purpose and great for integrating with bigger software projects, R is specialized for statistics.
From consulting experience, I see Python as the go-to when teams want one language to handle everything, from ETL pipelines to data visualization to machine learning deployment. R is chosen when deep statistical analysis is primary, but Python's versatility wins in mixed environments.
Summarizing, Python's readability, rich libraries, vibrant community, and versatility make it the language of choice for data science. It lowers barriers and accelerates innovation.
And from my side, it's about empowering businesses to move faster and smarter with data. Python unlocks that potential by being approachable, yet incredibly capable.
Next episode, we'll explore R, a tool with its own unique strengths that complements Python in the data world.
If you're enjoying this, please like or rate us 5 stars in your podcast app. We love hearing your questions or comments. Send them our way, and you might hear your thoughts featured in a future episode. Until tomorrow, stay curious, stay data-driven.